Hey guys, today here we have our War 3 fights, and I had a pretty good War 2, 9 fights today. These first two fights do not go as planned. On this first fight, I just play really bad, and then on our second fight, I'm going to disconnect, which is fucking annoying. So, happened on the same Doom L2, so I'm wondering if there might be a bug with something, or I don't fucking know what I can do about disconnects, but yeah, didn't DC in War for like 20 fucking seasons, and then all of a sudden I DC 2 seasons in a row, so that's a great time. Yeah, here I play really badly, that's just awful play. As you can see, there's just no justifying that, but I only lost 13% health from that, which is crazy. Definitely quite hard to die to this fight, but not the easiest fight. Main thing is just Rintrah reducing your stun duration. Uh, as you can see, one of the worst fights I've played in a while, but finally get an opening to heavy there. Refresh our debuffs, thankfully. And yeah, we get another L2 here. Yeah, just not a great fight. Sorry. Yeah, just taking Rintrah down slowly but surely. Definitely could have been better, cleaner, and faster, but it's no big deal. And now this Mantis, I disconnect, which sucks. I had good internet connection. I had just restarted my game, so did all the proper prep, and there was just nothing I could have done to prevent this. So yeah, is what it is. I'm not gonna go on for the rest of the video, but just yeah. Trying to just throw an L2 here, throw the L2, and it happens at the same time the sleep expires, and I crashed, so I'm not sure what's going on there, if it's something with Mantis' sleep, if it's Doom's L2, or whatever, but here we're going back in. I'm popping on Mystic Powerbacks now, because fucking God knows I can't die again. I can't lose another attack bonus, so I'm just... This is definitely unnecessary, but I just... Oh, the DC just made me so mad. So I just knew I was not gonna have any... Not gonna let Mantis do anything. And yeah. Yeah, we're gonna bait the L2, and then we're gonna go for heavies in the corner. And yeah, just lots and lots of damage. As you can see, it's Doom. We get our L3. Fight is over. And yeah. Anyway, we now have a Node 20 Wong. For this Wong, basically just gotta pay attention to strike counter and normal Doom versus Wong stuff. Not particularly hard, just a lot to keep track of between strike counter, mystic dispersion, and masochism and everything. But again, not particularly hard. Throw our first L2, don't crash. And yeah. Get our L1. He throws this L2. I'm just, at this point, hoping to get to my L3 and hoping to get a heavy to do the 90 charge thing. We do get that, and we get our L3. So yeah, here we're ready to just end the fight. Very easy fight, of course. Just Jim versus Wong. Yeah, next up we have Diablo versus a Node 22 Sersi. This fight is super easy. Yeah, definitely the easiest counter to this Sersi is Diablo. It's just perfect counter, pretty much. Um, and yeah. Main worry is aggro prowess. That's the only thing that can really get out of hand or dangerous about this fight is just aggro prowess. We throw an L1 at first just to get to 7 vials, and I know that it will, what's it called? I know that it's going to also, not Fate Seal and just let the regens expire, which is what I want because, when the power gain would expire, I get another buff for my L3, so it's going to make it a little bit easier to refresh poisons. And yeah, as you can see, we get our L1 just immediately, so we refresh, and now all I have to do is just dash back. I'm going to refresh the poisons again, just to be completely safe. I mean, pause the poisons again, probably unnecessary, but yeah, perfect counter. And yeah, next up we have a Node 30 Hulkling with Reed. This fight, not a great counter, but you can use the tactic to make it work. I was told to use Reed instead of Doom. I was kind of in between the two, so I was just like, so I was sure that it would be fine, and yeah, told to use a Power Star 1. Not sure if I would have preferred Doom here, or if I would have preferred Reed, but I soloed with Reed, so that's the important part. The fight definitely didn't feel great in the moment, but looking back, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. I was definitely very stressed in this fight, though. And yeah, plan is to basically just keep those debuffs up. I don't need to keep up, like, an extra set of stacks if it's unfortunate in a position where I can't. It's perfectly fine. But just do what I need to do to keep up the debuffs. And yeah, here we use the Doom plus Reed synergy, and this just gives me a lot of power back. And that's why I just went for the Fate Seal. That's why I went for the L1 Fate Seal there, because I knew I was going to get my L2 from it, and then we could just be, like, rolling in the power, and yeah. Um, yeah, pretty stressful fight, just because it's Hulkling with Reed, and, you know, I'm seeing that unblockable thing. I'm seeing, okay, I need to get neutralize this combo. There's so many different ways to get unblockable for him between the regen buffs and the node, and yeah, but it is perfectly fine. I think I would prefer Doom here, personally. With Mystic Powerbacks, shouldn't be too difficult. He would be unblockable the whole time, but it would also be Doom, so, you know. And then, yeah, we're just gonna take this Guardian and this IDoom with Doom. Both are very easy fights, nothing really worth talking about. Yeah. Just doing our thing with Doom. I was glad to get a pretty easy fight after the, what's it called? I was glad to get a pretty easy Doom fight after the Wong, to be able to safely, get rid of the Wong pre-fight. I don't end up playing too great in this Guardian. I remember making some big mistake. I can't remember what I did. What did I mess up here? Can't remember. There it is. I tried the Dex DL2. This was just a bit dumb, but it doesn't matter. It's Doom. And yeah, fight's over there. And yeah, just item with Doom. I'm just gonna get to my L3. And then we're gonna do our rotation and we will kill item. Pretty easy fight. Nothing much to worry about here. And yeah. So here the armor break gets glanced, which is to be expected, but it does mean this fight is going to be a little bit slower. And yeah, we just follow the strike counter thing, hope this nullifies. It has 3 hits with a 100% chance to nullify, so it's basically a 70% chance on each hit for if it will actually nullify or not. Thankfully it works out. And yeah, here at this point, we're just ignoring strike counter. I'm not worried about the block penetration with Doom at all. It does not matter. And yeah. Just trying to get to our L1, get to our L2, and end this fight. It's a fairly simple fight. But yeah. I was hoping to get him below 15% while the stagger was still up. Unfortunately, none of those hit crits, so it falls off just before the regen, but we end up nullifying the regen anyway, so that was nice. And yeah, here we're taking with Sassy with Doom. You guys have seen this a billion times. You just saw it last door. Yep, Sassy with Doom. Fairly simplified. I do get all 3 reads this time, which is great. Means it'll be a little bit quicker, a little bit easier to control this fight, so that's always nice. I have seen some people prefer not using the suppression with Doom, because, you know, with Doom, you tend to want to give the defender more power. Personally, I like the suppression, just because it makes the early stages before getting your L3 a little bit easier. Just guarantees you don't have to bait any specials, and is another debuff for Despair and Inequity to take advantage of. Not crucial or anything. The Petrify and Debuff Siphoner are definitely the 2 huge ones. Debuff Siphoner reduces the damage of Ruptures if Sassy hits you, and increases your Incinerate damage, so that's amazing, of course. And then the Petrify isn't essential here, but it helps so much for return policy. So yeah, we get our final L2, and the fight is over. And now for this final part of the war, we were up between a lot of options. We were considering Absorbing Man, we were considering Doom for this fight, and we landed on Diablo. I have all 3 read pre-fights here, and yeah. So it doesn't get shrugged at first, so I was expecting them to stay on for the entire fight. Oh yeah, my game plan for this is basically just block some hits to get some buffs. Then when I triggered the Tenacity with Poison, it fell off. I'm not sure if that's how it's meant to work, but that's what happened. Yeah, but this fight plan, this was exactly what I had intended to happen, except I had slightly under an L3 after this L3, but still it's pretty much perfect for course. But yeah, what you're watching is exactly how I envisioned the fight in my head, so yeah, didn't feel like talking too much about that. And yeah, after this L3, we're gonna pause our debuffs, and Aarkus will die. And yeah, big thank you to my Patreon supporters, MCOC Noob, Mikey, Mega, Senior Dunny, and OG Highline. It helps out the channel a lot. I really appreciate it. And yeah, take care, guys.